Hi, I'm Mindy Rouser, and I'm here to teach you hopefully a couple new things about DDR prime. When you are looking into DDR prime, I want you to think of death. I said it because I want you to know that death is a normal and very important function of our cells. Our cells have three main functions. The first one is to duplicate themselves. The second one is to perform their specific function. And the third one is to die. And if any of those three things don't happen, we have an imbalance in our system. And so DDR prime is one of those really great products that can support our body in functioning the way that it's normally supposed to function. So if our cells get mutated in some way, or there's some outside influence that comes in and disrupts that normal balance, and cells don't die off like they're supposed to, then we have a problem. So we don't want you to have a problem. We want you to have a healthy functioning immune system and cellular functioning system, and that's where DDR prime would come in. So most of us know and take our lifelong vitality vitamins because they're the foundation of wellness for our everyday life. Some people want to know, well, can I exchange this essential oil for the Z Omega or maybe for the Alpha CRS, which is our cellular protection blend? And my answer to that is no, you should not. You can add this to that daily foundation of wellness. Alpha CRS is made to protect our cells, and DDR prime is a great addition to help normal function of the cells happening, especially if you know that you have anything compromised. Our cells, healthy cells, generally, well, it depends, but they generally, all of them circulate through that life, function, and death process within about 120 days. Liver cells can live up to 18 months, and there's some other cells in our body that live a lot longer. So if you want to talk about every cell in your body completely turning over like we're a different human being, that happens every 7 years. But for this conversation, let's talk about the majority of our cells switching over and having that whole lifespan within 120 days. So I would give yourself 120 days, that's 4 months, to really make sure to give yourself a fighting chance, to give yourself complete renewal by using the Lifelong Vitality and the DDR prime. A couple ingredients here that you might not be that familiar with because we don't have them as individual oils are Niaouli and Summer Savory. So Niaouli is part of the Melaleuca family. So think about all the things that are great in Melaleuca, and it's pretty similar to Niaouli. The other one is Summer Savory. Summer Savory and Thyme are both in our DDR prime complex. And those, one of the main constituents of Summer Savory is carvacrol. And carvacrol is known as a major growth inhibitor against bacteria and fungi. And if anyone has done their research about things that happen on a cellular level, when things mutate and they colonize and they spread and they take over things, you can look at it like wanting to have support in that area to reduce and inhibit growth in that area. So both Thyme and Summer Savory are great for having that high content of carvacrol. We know what Frankincense does. We're not going to go too much into that, but this is an amazing blend. It's been told that Dr. Hill said if he could only choose one product of doTERRA's, it would be DDR prime. Now, for those of us who are looking at the amount of daily recommended dose of internal oral oils, the recommended dose is up to 24 drops in a 24-hour period. So with your Z Omega, that's only half a drop of essential oil in each one of those, and generally the recommendation is 4 per day, right? So you're only getting 2 full drops of essential oil because that also has your omega 3, 6, and 9 oils, your land and marine-based omega oils in that Z Omega. So you're getting 2 drops with a full dose of Z Omega, and then in each one of these, you are getting 8 drops of essential oil. So you see the difference there? But still, if you took one of these twice a day with your vitamins, you are still well within that daily recommended dose. And that's actually just to start with. That's just a guideline, very, very safe within the guidelines. If you are addressing something specific and you want to hit it hard, you can actually work with yourself and even with your doctor to bump that up to address specific needs that you are dealing with. So just to sum it up, DDR Prime does two wonderful things. It assists in the normal process our body naturally does of removing damaged cells and promoting apoptosis, and it helps the cell function, helps healthy cells perform their natural function of producing more healthy cells without being damaged or mutated by free radicals. My last note is that DDR Prime comes in a capsule and in an oil. You actually get, the ingredients are the same, but the capsule is about half the cost per use. So, I'm sorry, it's the other way around. The oil is actually half the cost per use. You can put that into a capsule if you want. Of course, this is very convenient. So if we're talking about whether you're going to use it or not, and price-wise, if you're going to swallow these and you're not going to sit there and drop those into little capsules, then I would go for the gel cap. You can also put DDR Prime oil in a roller, and you can use that on the bottom of your feet and up your spine. DDR Prime has been nicknamed by some moms as the speech producer. So it helps optimal function within your body, and for those people who need extra support, perhaps children, in the speech area, DDR Prime is something that you'd want to look into. So I hope you got a couple little nuggets there. Go ahead and add that to your LRP if you haven't tried it. Decide between the capsules or the oil, and I hope you guys have a great week.